You may look at these temperatures and think, wow, nice and mild out this morning, but the temperatures aren't telling the whole story. So we've got to break out the muggy meter. Your dew point somewhere between 70 and 75 degrees. Let's take a look at the latest track on Florence. So you can see it here. Winds at 130 miles per hour. They're worried about the storm surge possibility and the accumulating rainfall totals, as Florence is going to be a very slow moving storm. Peru has been rocked by a 7.1 magnitude earthquake close to the border of Brazil. The massive quake struck around 4 this morning. A look at your 7-day forecast shows that huge cool down. So we go from highs in the lower 80s today to highs in the lower 70s on Saturday, much less humid. We are all keeping a close eye on Hurricane Irma, a Category 4 hurricane, very strong, winds at 150 miles per hour. Within this, we've got showers, but we also have embedded lines of heavier squalls that are going to have heavier rain and very gusty winds. The bad part about this is the peak of wildfire season is actually March through May, so it's just beginning. And after an abnormally dry winter, there's already a ton of dry vegetation around. The winds out of the northeast 20 to 35 miles per hour, gusting even higher than that. And then moving from higher terrain to lower terrain, really drying out that air. So you've got a combination of gusty winds and very dry air, making for low humidity and perfect fire conditions. We have learned that Florence is closing in on the coast of the Carolinas, about to make landfall. A Category 1 storm, but a very strong Category 1 storm. A closer look at exactly where that eye wall is closing in. Of course, we know the strongest winds right around that eye wall. Very, very heavy rain just battering Topsail Beach and Surf City in North Carolina right now. That eye is approaching and is certainly about to make landfall. And then, of course, you can see the wider view. This is a storm that is producing rain bands stretching all the way up to near the D.C. area and, of course, through South Carolina. Now moving very slowly, and this is why this is a big storm surge and rainfall maker, as it's kind of just hanging around near the same area, dropping rain over and over again on coastal North Carolina, and of course creating that storm surge as well. Winds at 90 miles per hour and moving to the west-northwest at 6 miles per hour. This is the track on Florence for you. Moving inland is a Category 1 storm, taking that dip to the south through South Carolina as a tropical storm, and then kind of getting sucked into the jet stream and pulled off to the northeast. So this storm is going to be around into the early next week before it exits out of South Carolina. Now overnight last night, a very stormy night for our area. I'm sure you probably heard that thunder, saw that lightning. It woke me up for sure, but that has all since cleared out. We'll have another round of rain this afternoon, but it should be fairly quiet for your morning. As far as temperatures go, low to mid 70s for most of us, a couple upper 70s, 77 in Boynton, 77 in Stewart, 75 in Jupiter as well. Let's talk about your forecast if you're planning your morning, maybe heading out for a morning jog. So a few showers, stray showers could be lingering around into 6 a.m., but most of that should continue to taper off. By 7 a.m., we've got light winds. We're in the upper 70s, and it's already going to start to feel pretty warm and muggy out there by 8 a.m. Bright sunshine will be in the upper 70s, and then you can see very light winds. It's a really humid morning out there. As far as today goes, we'll be in the lower 90s with some rain around this afternoon. We're going to talk more about Florence, more about your local weather and all of that. But for now, we are going to toss it to the special report.
We have team coverage helping you get through your morning and your day. We begin with Storm Team 5 meteorologist Felicia Combs.
Yeah, talk to us about today's weather. Could it turn severe?
Yes, we are keeping our eye on the possibility for severe weather, especially later this afternoon. Once again, today, the Storm Prediction Center has our area in a marginal risk for severe storms. So that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on, along with the concerns of flooding and this rain continuing. Live Viper 5 Max showing most of the rain that we're seeing right now moving through Palm Beach County. That rain is putting a little bit of a lid on temperature, so you may notice it's kind of milder as you're heading out the door. Martin County, you're seeing some rain as well. It's pretty dry along the Treasure Coast right now, though that will not last. You'll start to see your rain chances going up later this morning. A quick look shows the whole county in Palm Beach County covered with this rain. We've had a couple little thunder showers moving through southeastern Palm Beach County around the Boca Raton area, but right now just mainly light showers moving through. A wider view shows there is much much more to come. Look at this. So the upper level winds going to continue in the same pattern they have been, carrying in all this moisture off the Gulf into our area. So you can see still quite a bit of rain on the west coast of Florida that has to make its way northeast into our area. We do have an aerial flood warning in effect until 10:45 this morning. That means aerial flooding is gradually happening across southeastern Palm Beach County down into Broward County. That's the bright green that you see. The darker green that you see is a flash flood watch that will last until 8 p.m. this evening. A quick look shows why we're seeing this in this area. The real bullseye of the rain has been on the west coast of Florida near Everglades City, Collier County, but you can see those higher rainfall totals certainly starting to stretch farther east, making their way into Broward County and Palm Beach County. We've seen at least 6 inches of rain in southern Palm Beach County over the past 24 hours, so that's why flooding is such a concern. Vipercast shows that this rain is going to continue. Now, I'll point something out to you. The heaviest of the rain will continue to shift north and south through the Treasure Coast, southern Palm Beach County as we head through the day today. At any given point, we could have a couple strong storms as well, but especially later this afternoon. You see it here heading into 4 o'clock. This model having the heaviest rain across Palm Beach County and lighter rain across the Treasure Coast. So I'd say at any given point today, it's going to be raining somewhere. It just might not be raining over your city all day. I'd still say definitely keep the umbrella handy. We have very high rain and storm chances today. Pretty elevated storm chances tomorrow as well. That does go down just a bit on Friday, but still a 60% chance of rain is still at least showers with scattered embedded storms during the afternoon. Take a look at the weekend. You can see rain chances go back up on Saturday with another influx of moisture across South Florida. Heading into Sunday, we have slightly lower rain chances, and that